ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। We will chant the first two mantras, two shlokas. वेदो नित्यमधीयतां तदुदितं कर्म स्वनुष्ठीयताम्।
वेदो नित्यमधीयतां तदुदितं कर्म स्वनुष्ठीयताम्।
तेनेशस्य विधीयताम् अपचितिक्षाम्ये मतिस्त्यज्यताम्।
तेनेशस्य विधीयतामपचितिकाम्ये
पापौघः परिधूयतां भवसुखे दोषोऽनुसन्धीयताम्।
पापौघः परिधूयतां भवसुखे दोषोऽनुसन्धीयताम्।
आत्मेच्छा व्यवसीयतां निजगृहात् पूर्णं विनिर्गम्यताम्।
आत्मेच्छा व्यवसीयतां निजगृहात् तूर्णं विनिर्गम्यताम्
संगत्सत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम्
सङ्गसत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम्
शान्त्यादिः परिचीयतां दृढतरं कर्माशु सन्त्यज्यताम्
शान्त्यादिः परिचीयतां दृढतरं कर्माशु
सद्विद्वानुपसृप्यतां प्रतिदिनं तत्पादुका सेव्यताम्
सद्विद्वानुपसृप्यतां प्रतिदिनं तत्पादुकां सेव्यताम्
ब्रह्मैकाक्षरमर्त्यतां श्रुतिशिरो वाक्यं समाकर्ण्यताम्
ब्रह्मैकाक्षरमर्त्यतां श्रुतिशिरो वाक्यं समाकर्ण्यताम्
We have seen that each shloka has got 8 sopanam. Pratyeke shloke ashta sadhanani, sopanani. Beginning with the study of the Vedas, which indicates the first ashrama, Brahmacharya ashrama, the stage of being a student. Vedaha nityam adhiyatam. Veda uditam karma. Vedena vedegi choditam karma. Sushtu anushtiyatam. Tena ishasya vachitihi. Puja. Vidiyatam be performed. Ishvara puja. Observing the karma which are mandated, which are enjoined by the Shastra, it is Karma Yoga. Kamye karmani matihi buddhihi tyajyata. May one give up kamya karma. It means nishkama karma. Therefore Karma Yoga. Kimartam Karma Yoga chitta shuddhyartam. Duritakshayartam. Therefore papogah paridhuyatam. Papoga papa samugha. Paridhuyata, may the papa be completely uprooted. Paridhuyatam. And may one develop viveka. Bhavasukhe dosho nusandhiyatam. So kamye matistyajatam, and this can be connected. The kamya karmani matihi, giving up the buddhi, the interest with regard to kamya karma, it is backed up by this doshanusandhiyata. One has to see the defects of the bhavasukha samsara sukha. Samsare sukhe. Sukha leshaha nasti. Samsare. Therefore, it is not there. Then what is the then what is that for which one should work for? Atma labha. Therefore, atmecha vyavasiyatam. So may one entertain the desire for atmecha. Therefore, Shastra encourages the desire, only desire which is for the good of people. That is atmecha, gaining which person becomes free from samsara. So atmecha mumukshu. May one become a mumukshu. And the mumukshutvam becomes tivra, nijagrihat, Purnam vinirghamyata, ultimately indicating that one should give up Vijagriha. Vijagriha means it is, Griha means house, not be literally house. It is the sense of possession, the sense of possession. Possessions which are considered to be real, they are not real. That should be given up. That is the idea. Vijagriha. Possessions cannot be given up. The sense of possession. But that is what is jnanam ultimately. It is sannyasa. Sannyasa means jnanam. According to Bhashyakara, the word sannyasa which uses in the Bhashya many places. It means jnanam. Without sannyasa, there is no moksha, he says. Does it mean sannyasa ashrama? Sannyasa ashrama, since the person is completely dedicated or supposed to be dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, therefore, moksha iti. That is the reason why he says so. Sannyasa means jnanam. So, Nijagrihato Naminirgimyatam. So, that which implies Viveka. So, therefore, nothing really possessed by us, but we are possessed by things. Therefore, giving up, one should seek to know the Tattva, the truth. That is the idea. Then the next shloka, there also we have these 8 sadhanas. Important sadhanas, Sangat Sats Vidiyata. To begin with, Sangaha, Satsu Sangaha. Sangat Satsu, Satsanga. Satsanga is important, by which the mumukshutvam, which is feeble in the beginning stage, now it is nurtured by satsanga, sadhu sangha, association with the good people, satsanga. Bhagavataha dridha bhaktihi, may one develop the adhiyatam, develop bhakti for the Lord. So Ishvara bhakti, important, Ishvara bhakti. Sangatsasu Ishvara bhakti, devotion. Then Shantyadi, Shantyadihi Parichiyatam, Shantyadi, Shamadama Ityadi. Parichiyata may one collect. Chidatu. Chiyata, Parichiyata may one collect. How to collect? One has to develop. One has to develop Shantyadi, the virtues, the qualities. May one become Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha. Because one has Atmecha doesn't mean one is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha. One has to become relatively Yogya Purusha, gain the Yogyata, Jnana Yogyata. So therefore, only all these sadhanas, the secondary disciplines, Karma Yoga, Upasana, etc. So by that, the Shantyadi sadhanani, Parichiyatam, may one accumulate, collect, Parichiyatam, Dridataram, Karmashu Santyajyatam. So it shows the readiness for the person to give up karma and take to the life of contemplation, which is characterized by the last stage of life, that is the last ashrama, sannyasa ashrama. Therefore, karma ashu, given up, santyajata, karma ashu santyajata, dridataram, firmly given, to be given up for good. After giving up karma, because karma and upasana, they have done their job. It has given the person the necessary, the maturity, the arigaritvam. It has served the purpose, therefore should be given up. One should not hold on to it forever. That becomes another samsara. There are some people who likes to do karma, likes Veda karma, Veda Vigita karma, like the Agni karma. So there is a ruchi for doing the karma. But how long? This karma, even though the desire for doing the karma is good, but it has served the purpose. Therefore, it shall be given up and go to the next stage, next level. Because of the tendency, the inclination to do karma, the person may refrain from doing it and continue to do karma, even though the karma has done their job. So therefore, one has to have that the capacity to give up karma. That is another big thing. Because the person was performing karma throughout his life, therefore doesn't want to give up. He is attached to, becomes attached to karma also, Vedic karma. So that also should be given up. So everything are the steps, everything in the scheme of the Vedic scheme of life, they are steps for achieving the final goal, the moksha. So therefore one should not hold on to the steps because a ladder has helped him to climb. So one cannot take the ladder also up along with this journey. So should be given up. So karma santyajata. Karma should be given up. Sad vidvan upasripyata. Here vidvan is jnani. Here only guru upasadanam. Upasripyatam pratidinam pratidinam tatpaduka sevitam. Pratidinam should be connected to. So from here, last line we have to see Brahmaikaksharam Artyatham. So we are seeing how the Acharya presents methodically the sadhana. So the person has taken to sannyasa now, either physical sannyasa or that is ashrama sannyasa or manasa sannyasa. Yes, got this sannyasa attitude. More than sannyasa attitude is important. Because samsara nivritti only by jnana, not by ashrama sannyasa. Ashrama sannyasa is an indicator. It's an indicator. It is a self-imposed restriction, so that one doesn't filter away is the time. So that is why sannyasa. So yes, sannyasa then gives up karma. Having given up karma, he goes to a teacher. Sadvidvanupasipyatam. For what? For gaining the knowledge. For that purpose, tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevya, the seva pratidinam tadpaduka sevyatame. One do seva. Guru Shushusha or Asama Shushusha. Seva shows commitment to knowledge. The seva of the person or wanting to be a student, it shows his commitment to knowledge. Then Brahma Ekaksharam Artyatam. Brahma Ekaksharam Artyatam Evan seek. Artyatam. Ekaksharam Brahma. Aksharam is Aksharam Param Paravidya. Ya Vidya Tadaksharam Adigamyate. As we saw in Mundaka. Yatadadreshu nagragim ashotram avarnam achakshushrotram tadapanipādam nityam vimum sarvagatam sutsukshmam yadbhutayonim. That is Aksharam, Paravidya. So may one seek Paravidya. Paravidya is the Vidya, Akshara Vidya. Nothing but Brahma Vidya in the language of Mundaka Upanishad. And it is Brahma is called Aksharam, Naksharatiti Aksharam. So may one ask for Akshara Vidya, Paravidya. You have to ask, then only it is given. Aprushtah kasyachit bruyat. That's a mandation. Unless asked, it should not be taught. So, therefore, and also one should not teach this to person who is not a student also. So there are certain mandation. Shastra says for to whom should be taught. So therefore, one should ask for only when it is asked. Give the knowledge only when it is asked for. Instruction to the teacher. This is instruction to the teacher. That is why in the Gita also, Bhagavan, he gave the knowledge to Arjuna only when Arjuna surrendered to the Lord. And he said, Shishyastegam Shadimam Tvam Prapanam. Shadi, teach me. Oh Lord, not oh Lord. First he was a friend. Now the friend became a teacher. Then he addresses Bhagavan. So the friend has become the Guru and Guru is the Lord. Therefore, Hey Bhagavan, Hey Guru. Krishna, the friend becomes teacher. Shadimam Tvam Prapanam. I surrender to you. Because unless one surrenders, unless one becomes the student, this Vidya should not be given. Because the Shishya, it is assumed or it is known that supposed to be the Shishya is the Shishya is really the Shishyatvam indicates that person is really committed to knowledge. So he wants to know. It's really a mumukshu. So therefore, that therefore when that type of student asks, the teacher can teach. Ashishyaya na bhurya. That is why Ashishya na bhurya. Person becomes a Shishya when he asks for this knowledge. That time itself, a person becomes a disciple. So therefore, Artyatam, ask for. With this knowledge, he asked for. So once a student is ready, then he has got a teacher. And he should ask this, he should ask the question. Kaksharam Artyatam. That asking is what is indicated. Artyatam. Seek after. May the teacher be asked. Artyatam. How will you do Artyatam? How will you seek this knowledge? Not by oneself. Not possible because Pramanam is involved, means of knowledge, which is not available with the person. Therefore, the person has to become a Shishya. The word Shishya itself, it is Anushishto, it is Shasana Yogyaha Shishya. Shasana Yogyatva. That is examined by the, or that is indicated by the student to the teacher by the prashna and by the seva. That is why may the teacher be asked. Artyatan may it be sought after in the form of asking question, the form of making it clear to the teacher that I am committed to so and so this knowledge. Because one may come to the guru for any reason. So therefore it should be made clear. And if the guru is a Brahmanishta, is a Jnani, many people go, but all are not Shishya. Because there are different types of bhaktas, Artha Bhaktaha, Artharthi. The person has to present, he has to ask for, ask if he, unless he presents himself very clearly, the teacher may not know that the person is a jignasu. So therefore, by the question, the teacher comes to know that the person is a jignasu. Therefore, he doesn't require temporary remedy for this samsara malady. He requires permanent solution that is in the form of knowledge. Therefore, aksharam, Brahma, Brahma Eka aksharam. It is aksharam, that is nityam, that is what the student asks for. Therefore, he gives. May the student Brahmaika aksharam artyatam, aksharam, the vastu, artyatam. May that Brahma be asked for, which is free from any limitation, which is free from aparicheda. no paricheda. It is complete, total, purnam. May that Brahma, ekaksharam Brahma, be asked for. From that, the teacher come to know the student is informed. The student now he wants to know it clearly, like the Shaunaka asked Angiras. Shaunaka informed the person. He was a Grihastha, Mahashalaha. Therefore, and also he has studied the Vedas, informed the person by the question itself the teacher can infer that the student is informed the person. He beautifully asks the question, Tasminna Bhagava Vijnate. Upanishad presents so beautifully the question, knowing which everything is gained. How is it possible? Knowing which everything is known. Everything is knowledge, everything is gained. Kritakritya bhavati. To ask such a question, the student must have been an informed person. And in the Kathopanishad, Nachiketa asks, what happens to the person after death? This is a common question. This is another way of asking. So therefore, anyway, asking is important. Adihi bhagavo brahmeti. Adihi. So, Adihi, may you please teach me. Brahma iti. Adihi bhagavo brahmeti. Please teach me Brahma. Upanishadam mahabruti. The Kenopanishad. So therefore, may that Brahma be asked for. Brahma ekaksharam artyatam. Prartyatam ityartaha. Because Purushartha, Artyata, that is what is Artyate, and that since it is in the form of knowledge, therefore it should be asked for. Artyata. Ekaksharam Brahma. Because without asking should not be given. Otherwise it will not, it will not make any, without asking if it is given. Without asking if it is given, the knowledge will not be fruitful for the person. And also, however the teacher may try, the students also not interested. But that's why without asking, it is not given. So therefore, asking implies mumukshutva, indicating only then the teaching should be given. That's why asking is important. Artyatam, the word is important. Then only the Shravanam happens. Then only the teaching, therefore teaching, Guru teachers, and for the Shishya, it is Shravanam. Since it is the only means for gaining knowledge, Shravanam is the Pradhana Sadhanam. And the Shravanam is followed by Mananam and Nididhyasanam. Bhagavad says, Atmavare drashtavyaha, shrottavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha, shrottavyaha. Atmavare should be shrottavyaha, should be mantavya, should be contemplated upon. Nididhyasitavyaha, contemplated upon. Then one may ask, if Shravanam doesn't give knowledge, then what one should do? Mananam. Shravanam, nobody can say Shravanam doesn't give knowledge. Maybe the jnanam is pratibadda jnanam. It is not apratibadda jnanam. Because of doubts, etc., the jnanam is not clear. Doubts are the biggest obstacle. And viparita bhavana, another big obstacle. First doubts, then viparita bhavana. Therefore, the steps are involved. That's why Shravanam, Mananam, and Vidhyasana. If the person is a Yogya Purusha, then Shravanam itself will do the job. But there are doubts, therefore Mananam, followed by Nididhyasanam. So Nididhyasanam, as we know, as seen in many places, Nididhyasanam doesn't produce new knowledge. Shravanam alone produces knowledge. In fact, Shravanam removes the Ajnana, doesn't produce new knowledge. Shravanam also, in fact, as a sadhana, they do not produce. Shastram do not give any new knowledge. Because the knowledge, if it is new, then it is subject to, like any other knowledge, will be categorized as aparavidya. Therefore, not new knowledge about the thing which we are not clear. What is that Atma? About oneself. Bhanam, as we saw in Panchadashi. Bhane api abhanam. Not clearly known. So that, therefore, in order to make it clear, the pramanam is. So for the pramanam, as Shastram as a pramanam in the form of removing the ajnanam only. So ajnana nivritti here, nivritti arthameva, Shastra pramanam. Natu nutana jnana utpannaya. So for ajnana nivritti. And the ajnana nivritti by Shravanam, followed by Maranam Narididhyasanam for the removal of Samshaya and Viparita Bhavana. The Viparita Bhavana, that is due to the samskara which we have been carrying for so many janmas. So therefore it takes time to give up those habitual tendencies. So that is a matter of time. So therefore, knowledge happens the moment the pramanams operate, like any other pramanam. Therefore, one need not wait for the knowledge to take place. The moment the screen is open, the vision takes place. Tadvatapi Shastra Pramana Vishaya. The Brahmaikaksharam Artyatam. Then Shruti Shirovakyam Samakarnyatam. Samyak Akarnyatam. Karna is here. Badram Karne Vishnuyama Devaha Karnehi. Akarnyatam. Akarnyatam. Samakarnyatam. Samyak Akarnyatam. May it be Samyak. Well listened to. That is Shravanam. So Brahmaikaksharam Artyatam means may the student ask question. Oh, the teacher, please teach me Brahma. Then the teacher teaches, that is heard by the student, therefore Shravanam. What does the teacher teach? Shruti Shiro Vakyam. Shruti Shiro Vakyam. May the student listen to it. Samakarnyata. May the sentence. Vakyam. Sentence. Akarnyatam. Listen to. And the Vakya, the sentence is Shruti Shiro Vakyam. Shruti Shiraha. Shiraha is yet Shiras. Shiraha, Shirasi, Shiram, Shinapum, Sakalinga, Shiraha. Head of what? Shruti. Shruti means Shastram. Shastra, Shiraha. It means Vedanta. Vedanta is the head of the Veda. Shiraha iva Shiraha. Shiraha iva Shiraha. Vedantaha. Vedasya. Vedanta, otherwise called Upanishad, otherwise called Shruti Shiraha. So may you listen to the words of the Upanishads. Not Vedapurva, Upanishad. Vedapurva, there is knowledge followed by doing. Whereas in Veda Anta, there is only knowledge. There is no doing. That's why Samakarnyatam, listen to. Samik Akarnyatam. Very well listened to. Very well, it means there should be continuity. Regularly, the regularity is important. So it is called Shravan. One should listen regularly to the Shastra. Till the Jnana takes place. Asuptehe avarana. Kalam na yet Vedanta Chintanaya. So one should regularly listen to the Shastram. That is important. In fact, they say one should listen to the words to the teacher till the jnanam happens. It means that it will go on till jnanam happens. One has to regularly go to the teacher and listen to the teacher. Even though the teacher says the same thing. As somebody used to say in the class in the beginning of the course. First day I teach you Tattvam Asi. First day of the course. At the end of the course, after 3 years, The same teaching, Tattvatamasi. There is nothing else to be taught. The same thing. So it is not a boring one because it is about you. And also, you listen to that as many times. So you get more and more clarity. More and more the clarity one gets. So it's a growing clarity. So therefore, continuous Shravanam. Shravanam, and it means vichara happens. And has to do the vichara by following the methods which are adopted by Sampradaya, like the Anvaya Vitireka, Nyaya. Anvaya Vitireka, the method. So when we do the vichara of the Mahavakya, the vichara of Tvampada and Tatpada, by Anvaya Vitireka method. Anvaya is that which which is uh, which is natural, which is inheres which inheres in the nature of the thing. That is Anvaya. That which doesn't inhere, that is not the intrinsic or natural thing of a thing. That is Vitireka. For example, the, the chair is there. Chair is made of wood. So chair is therefore not therefore. Chair is wood is. Suppose chair is not. Chair is nothing but a namarupa given to the wood. The wood is given a form and is given a name. That is chair. So chair is, wood is. Chair is not. What happens with the wood? Wood continues to be. Wood is. Therefore, what is wood? The wood is the essential nature of chair. The wood is the essential nature of chair. So that essential nature is arrived by Anvaya Vitireka method. Chair is the when wood is. Chair is not, wood continues to be. Wood is, chair is. Wood is not, chair cannot be. So by this logic method, we arrive at the essential nature of the thing. Similarly, extending this to Annamaya Kosha is, Chaitanyam is. Annamaya Kosha is not, gone away. Gatasuna Gatasun, gone. Then Chaitanyam continues to be. So what inheres, what is included, Anvaya Vitireka. So therefore, when we do the vichara of the Tvampada is this Advitiya Sat Brahma, which is the essential nature of Tvampada. That is Tvampada vichara. So therefore, the Chit is the lakshyartha of the word Tvam, the Mahavakya. Chit. So when we do the vichara of Tvampada, we arrive at Chit, Chaitanyam. That is why I said Annamaya Kosha is Chaitanyam. Annamaya Kosha is not, Chaitanyam continues to be. Therefore, Chit. That is the essential nature of the Jivatma, and that is what is indicated by the lakshyartha of the word Tvam in the Mahavakya. So that is Tvampada vichara. Similarly, one has to take the Tatpada, do the Tatpada vichara. Find out the meaning of Tatpada. What is Tat? By Anvaya Mitireka, same. We arrive at the essential nature of Ishvara. We arrive at the Ishvara, essential nature. We have to find out the essential nature of Ishvara, which is Sat. Sat is Namarupatmaka Jagat is Ishvara. Namarupatmaka is Jagat. This Jagat is Ishvara. But what happens? What happened to the Jagat? What was the condition of the Jagat before the Srishti? Sadeva Somi Idamagre Asit. Chandogya says. This Namarupatmaka Jagat, not the Srishte Prat, but Ishvaraya is Namarupa is Ishvara is. Namarupa is not. Ishvara continues to be is. Therefore, this Ishvara Paramatma is what is dead? Satyeva, pure existence. Sat. Therefore, the essential nature of the Tatpadam arrived at by the Vichara by Anvaya Vitireka Ityadi, the methods is Sat. We arrive at Sat. Ishvara is Paramatma is Sat. Therefore, the essential nature of Tvam is Chit and Tatpada is Sat. Then another Padam is the Asi Pada, that is Asi Pada Vichara, taking up the word Asi and doing inquiry Asi Pada Vichara. So Tatpada Vichara done, Tvam Vichara done. Having done the Vichara of Tatpadam and Tvam we arrive at the essential nature of Paramatma to be Sat, Jivatma to be Chit, then Asi Pada Vichara, then Asi Pada Vichara leads to what? Asipada connects the both, Tatu and Tvam. So it leads to oneness of Tatu and Tvam. Tatu Tvam Asi. It means Chita, Chaitanyam is Sat. The essential nature of the Jivatma, which is Chita Chaitanyam, is the essential nature of the Paramatma Sat. Therefore, the essential nature is same. Tvam and Tat are same. Therefore, me, the Jivatma, and the Ishvara, Paramatma, same. Aikyam, there is oneness, essential nature of Jivatma Paramatma is, it is same. That is Asipada Vakya. So such analysis, Vichara, is called Mimamsa. Vichara is called Mimamsa. Pujita Vichara, Mimamsa. So, therefore, finding out the truth of the Vakya, the Vakya which has been listened to, Akarmyatam, Chutishira Mahavakya. Vakya is Mahavakya. Vakya is not just simply the Avantara Vakya, Mahavakya. Chutishira Vakyam. Mahavakyam is Akandartha Bodhaka Vakyam, Mahavakyam. Jivatma Paramatma Aikya Bodhaka Vakyam, Mahavakyam. Just listening means not listening, you become Brahma. Listening, subject is some means Vichara Purvaka listening. That is why this, take this Anvaya Matireka, that example given. So, that was some Samyak Akarneta. There was some, every Upasarga also has got important meaning is there. Samyak Akarnitam, well listened to. Well means it is implies Vichara. This is not a knowledge should be gulped, should be memorized. It is not memory based, memory born. It is Vichara based, inquiry based. So inquiry, for the Shruti does inquiry. So we have to go with the Shruti. And Vakya is Mahavakya. So the Tatparya of the Shruti is revealing this oneness. The oneness is revealed and the knowledge of oneness is gained. If it is not clear, again, Samyak Akarnitam. Again, one has to do the Shravanam, listen to the Shastram again, do the Vichara. Again, the one has not got it. Continue to listen. Still you didn't get, listen. Still you didn't get, listen. So therefore one has to keep on listening. That is only sadhanam. There is no other way. Because only by jnanam, ajnanam goes away. What methods we can adopt. In fact, this listening itself makes the person a fit person, an eligible person for jnanam to take place. That itself becomes a sadhana. Of course, as a preliminary sadhana, karma yoga and upasana, which are important for chitta shuddhi, chitta nishchalyam, having gained them to a relative, having gained them relatively, then the Shravanam will do the job. Continuous Shravanam itself will fill up the gaps, of the person. If he lacks anything, that also is filled up. Viveka, Vairagya, everything is Shamadama, etc. Because of repeated listening, it is cultivated in the person. So when we listen to the Shastra repeatedly, the clarity happens, therefore knowledge has to take place. So therefore it is only Vichara. By Vichara only, this the Vakya can be clearly understood. Therefore, since clarity, the vision is involved, therefore Vichara to be done. And listening to the Shastra itself takes care of the Antakaranam. So Antakarana, so the mind, Antakarana, the mind is made ready by the Shastra itself, by the Shravanam itself, repeated Shravanam. Repeated Shravanam implies that interest, commitment. Since the person has interest, commitment, and therefore he dedicates his time, and applies oneself to the Shravanam. So therefore, the Antakaranam also, which was Antakaranam, there only knowledge happens. So therefore, the pratibandha, whatever the pratibandha is there in the form of the doubts or viparita bhavana, or the lack in the spiritual, the virtues, sadhana chatushtaya, everything is taken care after certain period by Shravanam itself. But need not to continue to do karma yoga and upasana forever. So having done them and gained relatively the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, then one should commit oneself to Shravanam alone. Shravanam will do the job. Shravanam to be continued for a length of time. So that is the sadhanam. Therefore, Shutishiro Vakyam, Samakarnyatam, Samyak Akarnyatam should be well listened to. How long? Till Jnanam happens. Till Jnanam happens, one has to listen to the teacher. That is the only means. Shamanam is the only means. And we have in the tradition so many texts. So therefore, so many texts doesn't mean that each text teaches different things. All the texts teach the same thing. All the Upanishads, the Tatparya in revealing the Aikyam, Tattu Samanvaya, as in the Brahma Sutra, Vyasacharya says. All the Upanishads, all the Shastra, Vedanta Shastra, Prakana Grantha, they teach the same thing. And we have different texts, therefore varieties are there, authored by different people. So therefore, this teaching, what is taught is same, but the teaching methodology differs. And some authors, they deal with the topic so elaborately, even a Mandabuddhi can understand. So it gives more and more clarity. So, and we have a huge amount of this Grantha, Advaita Grantha. Therefore, there is no end to it. One's lifetime itself is not enough to listen to all. So therefore, there is no dearth of Shastra, only there is dearth of time. So therefore, continue to do Shravanam. Shruti Shiro Vakya Samakarnyata. May the Vakya of the Upanishad be listened to. Samik Akarnyata. Tat Tvam Asi Pada, this the three pada, the Vakya, the three pada should be analyzed, and the meaning of the Vakya should be ascertained by Anvaya Vyatireka or Adhyaropa Apavada, as in the Vedanta Sara, Adhyaropa Apavada. First is Adhyaropa, then it is Adhyaropa is removed, then to reveal the Vastu. So therefore, after having the Vichara, Tatpada Vichara, we are able to, Ishvara. Therefore, Tatpada Vichara is Ishvara Vichara. Tatpada means not just the Pada. It is Pada Vichara, Tatpada Vichara. We arrive at Ishvara. Therefore, it is Ishvara Vichara. And by Adhyaropa Apavada Nyaya, in the Vedanta Sara, as we have seen. So the Ishvara is arrived. First is Adhyaropa. The Jagat is, which is superimposed on Brahma. Then the Jagat is Mithya. When having understood Jagat is Mithya, then we desuperimpose Apavada. So the Jagat which is superimposed on Brahma, then when the Jagat is dismissed as Mithya, then what is there is only Brahma. Like the Raju Sarpa. Sarpa which is superimposed upon snake. When knowledge of snake is not there. Then desuperimpose the snake. Snake already not there. But we do Apavada. Because in our buddhi, snake is there. Then we arrive at the rope. Seeing the rope as rope. That is knowledge. That is arrived at by Adhyaropa Apavadanya. Brahma is Jagat Karanam. Tad Brahma Jagat Karanam. This Jagat Karanam, that is Brahma, the Jagat is superimposed upon the Brahma. The moment you inquire the Jagat Karanam, the moment you inquire, Jagat disappears. That is Jagat. Jagat Karanam is Brahma, and the Jagat is superimposed on the Brahma. The moment we inquire Jagat, when we arrive at the Karanam Brahma, the Jagat disappears. Nama Rupa is not there. What is there is only Brahma alone, Sat alone. Therefore, Adhyaropa Apavada, Andaya Vitireka iti Prakriya. So therefore, Samyak Akarnyata, Shavanam Mananam, followed by Nididhyasanam. So Shavanam Bhakyartasya Vichar. Bhakyartasya, that is the next one. Shavanam is Samyak Akarnyata. Then the next shloka. Vakyartascha vicharyata. Okay, one inquired into Vakyartha. So the Shravanam, the topic continues. We saw now the third shloka. Further, the 8 steps are presented by the Bhagavad Pada. The last step of the second shloka is Brahmika Aksharam Artyatam Chitishirova Samakarnyatam. Listen. Then next shloka, we do the inquiry of the words, inquiry of the sentence, inquiry of the words of the sentence. That is said by the Bhashikara. It is the third shloka. Vakyartascha vicharyatam Shrutisiraf Pakshas Samashiyatam.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam Shrutisiraf Pakshas Samashiyatam.
Dustarkat suviramyatam Shrutimata's nusandhiyatam.
Mustarkat
suviramyatam
Matastarko nusandhiyatam.
Brahmasmiti vibhavyatam Ahar garbhah parityajyatam.
Brahmasmiti vibhavyatam Maharahar Garbhah
Teheham matirujyatam buddhajanairvadah parityajyatam.
Deheham matirujyatam buddhajanairvadah parityajyatam.
So, Shutishira Vakyam Samakarnyatam. Then Bhashikara makes it clear. Vakyartasya Vicharyata. May one inquire into the Shastra, the words of the Shastra. Inquiry. Savadhanena Vicharyata. One has to do inquiry. Inquiry by Shravana. That is what is called Mimamsa. Inquiry is Mimamsa. So by that we arrive at the conclusion. That is Vakyartha. Vakyartha. Vakyartha means meaning, the meaning of the sentence. Find out the meaning of the sentence. Vakyartha. Vakyartha is not an easy thing because the whole Veda is Ekavakya. They are committed to Ekavakya. Veda is committed to revealing the 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 truth that which is that reveal the identity of Jiva and Ishvara, identity between Jiva and Ishvara. So Ekavakya committed to revealing the Aikya. Therefore Ekavakya Paraha. So therefore, for that only one has to go through all the process. One has to go through Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda not for the sake of Karma Kanda, to arrive at Vedanta. Through Karma Yoga Upasana, the Antakarnam is prepared to understand what the Vedanta, the Shastram says. So there is a sequence. One leads to the other. So Ekavakyam is the Jiveshwara Aikyavakyam. That is Ekavakyam. Aikya is Ekavakyam. Mahavakya is the Vakyam. That is the Tatparya of the Upanishad. All the other Vakyas are Avantara Vakya. All the other Vakyas are meant to reveal the Mahavakya. So therefore all the Vakyas of the Vedanta, they have the Tatparya in the Mahavakya. And Mahavakya has a Tatparya in Aikyam, revealing the identity of Jiva and Ishvara, the oneness of Jiva and Ishvara. Therefore, the whole Veda has the Tatparya in the Mahavakya, Tatu Masi. That is Tatu Masi or Aham Brahmasmi or Vijnana Brahma, whatever it is. It could be a simple Vakya, a Vakya made of 2 words or 3 words, or it could be a sentence made of more words. Mahavakya is Mahavakya. There are so many Mahavakyas. So, Vakyarthasya Vicharyatam. Arrive at the Vakyartha. Why Vakyartha is important? Because the truth is not revealed explicitly by the Shastra. That is why we do Vichara, Mimamsa. If the truth is revealed directly, then Vichara not required. What Vichara required? Not revealed explicitly, directly. Therefore, Mimamsa. Therefore, only the teaching, the teacher, the Mimamsa are important. Without the teacher, Mimamsa, we cannot make out the Vakya, the hidden tail of the Vakyas. But Vakya becomes meaningless without the teaching and the inquiry, the Mimamsa. So we cannot understand the meaning of the Vakya. Therefore, one has to study Shastram with the help of, that's why teacher we say. Because the meanings are there as though locked up. So you have to open it up. There are many Vakyas in Vedanta which are in fact difficult to assimilate because they are seemingly contradictory statements. So one cannot understand those Vakya by oneself. Manasa eva aptavyam, Shruti says one place, Manasa eva aptavyam, Katoprishan we have seen. In another place, Shruti says, Yato vacho nivartante. So contradictory. Brahma is known only by the Manasa. In Katoprishan we have seen, if you remember, by this Sanskrit Manasa Bhashyakara adds, because knowledge happens only in the form of the Vritti, and the Vritti takes place in the mind. Therefore, the mind which is refined, Sanskrita Manasa eva aptavyam iti. And Yato vacho nivartante, there these two statements seem to be contradictory. Therefore, we do vichara and then arrive at the meaning. They seem to be seemingly contradictory, but they are not contradictory. The seeming contradiction has to be dismissed, has to be cleared. So therefore, without vichara, it is not possible. One cannot understand the meaning of the sentence. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it is said, Tat Srishtva Tadeva Anupravishat. Now the question comes, Tat Srishtva Tadeva Anupravishat. Brahma, which is all pervading, it entered into what it has created. How is it possible? Having created, it entered into it. It is not like a house which we consider and enter into. Because I'm not all pervading. As an individual, I'm not all pervading. Therefore, I can construct a tent and I can enter the tent. Anupravisha, I can enter into it. Having created a tent, being an individual, limited, I can reside in that tent. But Brahma is all pervading. All pervading Brahma, having created the Jagat, entered into the Jagat. How to understand this statement? So, therefore, in the Bhashyakara discuss Anupravesha Shruti, it is called Anupravesha Vichara. In fact, it is called Anupravesha Vichara. So it is inquired with the help of Mimamsa. So therefore, inquiring into the Shruti with the help of the Shruti, not outside the Shruti. Taking the help of the other Vakyas, and the meaning of the Vakya is inquired upon. The answer to all the seeming contradiction, we have to note, it is not found outside the Shruti, it is in the Shruti itself. One has to find the meaning of the words of the Shruti by the words of the Shruti, by Mimamsa. Therefore, the sentences which are seemingly contradictory. That's why in the beginning I said seemingly contradictory. Though in the beginning it may appear to be really contradictory, once we do vichara, then we understand they are seemingly contradictory, not really contradictory. That's why Mimamsa. So therefore, one has to do Mimamsa to ascertain the Tatparya of the Shruti. That is a Vakyartha. Vakyarthasya Vicharyata. To arrive at the Vakyartha, we apply Shatlinga. Shatlinga. In the Vedanta Sara, it is also discussed Shatlinga, Upakramo Abhyaso Purvatapalam, Artavado Patischa, Lingam Tatparya Nirnaya, the Shatlinga, the 6 tools are used to arrive at the Tatparya. The teacher handles all those tools to arrive at the Tatparya. Therefore, then the Pramana becomes alive. The teacher handles the words of the Shastra and make the student see the Ekavakyata of the Upanishads. Therefore, for the seemingly contradictory Vakyas of the Shruti, the solution for it is found in the Shastram itself, not outside the Shastra. You cannot resolve the problem by Tarka, etc. Tarka is another means. That is why here Bhashyakara says, Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha Samashiyatam Samik Ashiyatam may one resort to Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha. Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha means it is not by Tarka, it is by Shruti alone. Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha Samik Ashiyatam. Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha. So, therefore, Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha, that is Vedanta Pakshaha. Shastra Paksha, Vedanta Pakshaha Samyak Ashriyata. May one resort to Ashriyata. Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha. Shruti Shiraf Pakshaha means the Shruti Shiraha Vedanta. By resorting to the Paksha, thus of the Upanishads only, one can arrive at the Vakyartha, one arrive at the meaning of the Vakyas of the Upanishad. Not outside. You cannot take Tarka. Tarka outside the Shruti. That is why the Bhashyakara explains, he says, Tustarkat Sviramyatam. Because we arrive at by Vichara. We arrive at by Vichara, inquiry. Inquiry means it implies our application of the buddhi, logical reasoning. But because in logical reasoning, analysis is involved, and that should not be outside the Shruti. Shruti Mata Tarkona Sandhiyatam, Bhashyakara says. So therefore, there's the second line of the shloka. Dustarka Suviramyatam, Shruti Matastarko Nasandhiyatam. So therefore the Mananam is indicated. It is Dustarka is Tarka which is Dushtatarka. Dushtatarka is Dustarka. The Tarka which doesn't lead a person, which leads a person nowhere. That is Dustarka. Vedanta Viruddha Darshana Nisheda. That is what is called the that Vedanta Viruddha Darshana Nisheda. It is what is called Mananam. So that's called what Mananam is. So therefore the understanding the Vakya as it is, understanding the Vakya without any contradiction. So meaning the seeming contradictions are resolved because the seeming contradictions which arises at the time of listening, that can be resolved by Mananam. The next step is Mananam is involved. Mananam is used to refute the logicality of the other systems of philosophies. Other systems of philosophy are contradictory to Vedanta. So they use logic, they use reasoning, and they seem to be confusing. Therefore, we may think that their conclusions are also correct. It's a samshaya is ascripted. Samshaya, because we have samshaya with regard to what the Shastram says, therefore, we try to accommodate the teaching of the other philosophies because of samshaya. That's why samshaya nivritti is very important. The jnanam has to be very clear, crystal clear. It doesn't allow, it is so jealous, doesn't allow anything else to be present. In jnanam, there is no accommodation involved. One has to mercilessly dismiss other contentions. Therefore, mananam. So, dustarka, one has to know it is dustarka. So, therefore, otherwise, what will happen? All the teaching seems to be seems to appear the same. We may not able to discern the meaning. So one has to have the penetrating buddhi to see the defects. That's why Vedanta Viruddha Darshana Nisheda. That is what is Mananam is. So one has to know what is right as it is right, and also know what is the incorrect things. Also one has to know the wrong. A thing which is wrong is wrong. So one should be able to see a wrong thing also. One should be able to discern the right thing as right. So once you take the right thing to be wrong or wrong thing to be right, it is all because of the confusion. Therefore, in order to remove the confusion, that is why the Mananam as a sadhana helps to remove all the possible doubts. Because the Samshaya Sagita Jnanam is as good as Ajnanam. So, in the beginning, Shavanam, Ajnana Nivritti happens, but Samshaya is there. Unless Samshaya goes, there will not be clarity. Therefore, Samshaya Nivritti is important. That is taken care by Mananam. And therefore, the Samshaya Nivritti, how does it happen? Samshaya Nivritti happens by Tarka, by reasoning out, by logic. And the logic should be applied in keeping with the Shruti. That is why Dustarka Suviramyatam, Shruti Matas Tarko Nusandhiyatam. We have to mercilessly dismiss the Tarka, the logic, which are outside the Shruti. And we will see, we can easily show the fallacy of the logic also. Outside the Shruti, the logic. Outside the Shruti logic also, that fallacy also can be shown. That is what, in fact, in Brahma Sutra and Bhashyakara has done. So, therefore, in knowing the Tattvam, we cannot be accommodative in accepting the other philosophy. So, we mercilessly dismiss. Anything other than Vedanta, anything other than what Vedanta reveals has to be seen as wrong. That also has to be clear. What Vedanta reveals has to be known. What Vedanta reveals, that vision has to be clear. And also anything which is revealed by other philosophies, other than Vedanta, that also has to be seen, to be known clearly as wrong. Because Dvaitam and Advaitam cannot go together. They cannot be right equally. Dvaitam also correct, Advaitam also correct. One cannot say. Then it is as Swamiji says, it's a pajama thinking. No thinking is involved. Either Dvaitam or Advaitam. They cannot be equally right. Therefore, we cannot say this is also correct, this Advaita also correct, Visishta Advaita also correct. Sankhya also correct, we cannot say. Therefore, Dustarka, therefore, application of Buddhi is involved. Therefore, Dustarka Saviramyatam. Tarka is anything against what Vedanta says. That is Tarka. Therefore, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Jaina, Buddha, all these are against Vedanta. And all these systems have the basis in Tarka. What Tarka? Dustarka. That is what Dustarka is. They don't have the basis in Shastram. They are independent Tarka. Therefore, Dustarka. Shrutimata Tarka is of two types. Shrutimata Tarka and Dustarka. Shrutimata Tarka is Tarka in keeping with the Shruti, the logic of the Shruti. Dustarka is the Tarka which is independent, outside the Shruti. That is Dustarka. So, Suviramyatam. Suviramyatam is Suviramyatam. Dismiss them. Dismiss them. How to dismiss? Not just simply rejecting them. Seeing the fallacy of the Tarka. That is what Mananam is all about. That is why I said Vedanta Viruddha Darshana Nisheda is Mananam. So, Dustarka Saviramyatam. One has to see the fallacy of the views of the other philosophy, other Darshana. So once the fallacy, once the vision about vision of them, vision of the other philosophy understood to be wrong, that is also required, and the correct right vision also important. Because Mananam is involved, therefore one has to know the wrong thing as a wrong. So therefore, Suviramyatam, Dustarkat. So anything which is based on Tarka is has to be Dvaitam only. So therefore, and this duality is so it is enticing that it is very appealing to our mind, and it keeps tallying with our understanding now. Therefore, naturally, Dvaita towards Dvaita we have an inclination because it is in keeping with our Anubhava, Dvaita. So therefore, but therefore that it requires to understand the Vedanta that all these are the Dvaita philosophies are wrong, that they are not true. So therefore, one has to have a clear, doubt-free knowledge to dismiss this Dvaita. So one has to see them as fallacious arguments, fallacious thinking. So they have to be dismissed. They are dismissed not just for the sake of dismiss, it is dismissed so that our knowledge is strongly entrenched in the Advaita Tattva, as it is revealed by the Shruti Shira. So in order to make our understanding unshakable, in order to have the thorough understanding, in order to have the clarity, in order to stand by that which stand by what the Shastra says. So therefore one needs to have this, one needs to dismiss, one needs to think, analyze and dismiss the Dustarka. That is why all the darshanas, they are taken up for discussion, and the fallacy of them is shown by the Vyasacharya in the Brahma Sutra, so that we get away from all this Dvaita Darshana, we dismiss them. See, when we dismiss the Dvaita Darshana, we don't dismiss the Tarka. The Tarka is useful. Tarka is useful. We can make use of the Tarka, but we cannot prove by Tarka what Shastram says. That is why we say Shruti Matas Tarka Anusandhiyata. We don't totally dismiss the Tarka, but Tarka has to be in keeping with the Shruti. So we don't dismiss Tarka completely. Tarka blessed by Shruti, by Shastram. That is important. The Shruti Matas Tarkona Sandhiyata. So Dustarka, Lakshya Bhashika says Dustarka and Shruti Matas Tarka. Dustarka Suviramyata. Then Shruti Matas Tarkona Sandhiyata. All these are done for Vakyartascha Vicharyata. So whatever the Vakyartha, so whatever the Vakyartha of the Vedanta, Shrutisha Paksha Sandhiyata. Taking to Vedanta Paksha, taking to Vedanta Paksha means one should not bring any other pramanas. You have to go only by the Shastra Pramana. And Tarka blessed by Shastra alone is accepted. No other Tarka is accepted. No other Tatparya is also is possible other than this, other than the subject matter which is revealed by the Vedanta, that is Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. So therefore, logic doesn't have, Tarka doesn't have any scope in ascertaining the Vakyartha Vichara. Therefore, taking resort to Vedanta Paksha, that is already ascertained in the Brahma Sutra. Therefore, go with the Vedanta Paksha, go with the Pramana, and Dustarka Subiramyatam Shruti Matastarkona Tandiyata. So, in the Brahma Sutra, Vyasacharya says, Tatu Samanvayat. Asmin Brahmatmani Vedanta Vakyanam Samanvayat. All the Vakyas of the Vedanta, they converge in this, revealing the Aikya. It is analytically presented with all the Mimamsa, the tools, the Brahma Sutra. That is why it is studied at the end. After having studied the Upanishads and the Gita, then the analytically the Asacharya presents the tattvam of the Shruti, the teaching of the Shruti. Because why it is required in the beginning, because we have Shraddha, therefore we take the words of the Shruti as it is, without doubting, without any resistance, we accept. But the clarity is not there. Even if you don't raise any doubt, Shruti itself raises doubt, because one must have clarity, clearness, doubt-free knowledge. That's why we said doubt-free knowledge. In spite of having Shraddha, because it is taught by the teacher and also the tradition, but still there could be some doubts which are raised by the other people. So when we encounter them, when they ask questions, we may not be able to answer them. So that may cause some doubts in us. All these things are handled in the Sampradaya. And Brahma Sutra is the Nyaya Grantha, where all the possible doubts are taken up for discussion. All the seemingly contradictory statements of the Shruti are taken for discussion, and all these are resolved. So that is why it is a Nyaya Grantha, not proving the teaching of the Vedanta by logic, but gives a logical support, because the mind has to be convinced. Therefore, convincingly presenting the teaching in keeping with the Tarka, Shruti, Mata Tarka, the Tattvam is presented. So that is why it is the Nyaya Grantha. It is Nyaya Prasthana with the Dharma Sutra. Therefore, without Dharma Sutra, the Shastra study is not complete also. Without Dharma Sutra, it is not, and it is studied at the end, because all the 10 Upanishads, Vakyas are taken up and they are discussed. Not only in Dharma Sutra, even if the other Upanishads and all, the Bhashya, Bhashyakara himself raises objection as though a Purva Pakshi. The doubts are arised and it is answered. The doubts which are arised by the other darshana, Bhashikara themselves raises. Why all these things are required? When teaching is involved, only teaching, without all these things, the teaching can be done. And why the doubts are raised by the Bhashikara, as though the other philosophers rise, and it is dismissed by Bhashikara himself. That is, in order to make the knowledge very firm, very clear. The vision should be strong. So in order to have a doubt-free vision, it means mananam. Therefore, such methods are adopted by the acharyas and the tradition. So in order to assimilate what the Shastram says, we have to understand what are dustarka and what are Shrutimata tarka. If one quotes the tarka outside the Shruti, we also can quote out the tarka, give a tarka. Generally, tarka we see the tarka people, they give an example. They try to give an example and prove the point. Similarly, we can also give a counter example. We also can give an example and counter them. The examples do not prove. The examples, the Drishtanta, it in the beginning, it provides certain conviction. It is only for convincing the student, but examples are examples only. You cannot stretch the example. You cannot prove a logic by example. Every example based logic has some fallacy. See, like for example, the Sankhya logic. The Sankhya logic is Jagat. The Jagat is Jadam. Jagat is Jadam. Fine. Because Jagat is Jadam, the Jagat Karanam also Jadam. Jagat Karanam also must be Jadam. Jagat is Karyam. Karyam is Jadam. Because Karyam is Jadam, Karanam also has to be Jadam only. The cause of Jagat, that also must be Jada. Why? Karyasya Jadatva. Karya Gunaha, Karana Gunaha, Karya Anuvartan. So what is there in the Karanam? That alone is in the Karya. The effect in the Karya is Jadam. Therefore, Karanam also must be Jadam. Karyasya Jadatvat. Karanamapi Jadam. Gatavatu. Drishtanta is there, Gatavatu, like the pot. Pot is there. Pot is Jadam. What is the Karanam? Mrit. Mrit also Jadam. So Karyatvat. Jagataka Karyatvat. Karanamapi Jadam Gatavatu. Drishtanta. So, therefore, Karanam must be Jadam. Very convincing logic. Sankhya logic. Karana Gunaha, Karya Anuvartan. But we can give another logic. This is their logic. We say, Jagat Karanam Sakartrikatvam Bhavati Karyatvat Gatavat. Jagat Karanam Brahma, Jagat Karanam, Brahma living, Jagat Karanam must be Sakartrikam, must have a creator. The same Drishtanta we give Gatavat. Jagat has got another Karanam. What Karanam? Sakartrikam, the creator, the Chetana Karanam must be there. The conscious being must be there. Ishvara must be there. How do you say Ishvara must be there? Like the pot. What pot? Pot is Jada. But from the clay, pot doesn't just appear, doesn't come out like that. There must be a Chetana, there must be a person. The pot maker is there. We give this logic. So Jagat Karanam Sakartrikam. So for Jagat has got a Chetana Karanam. We give the same hetu, same Drishtanta, logic is dismissed. So, therefore, and our logic is Shruti Sammata Tarka. Their logic is outside the Shruti. Therefore, when you go by, when the Shruti reveals, what the Shruti reveals, and if you go by the logic of the Shruti, then only we can arrive at the Tatparya. Therefore, logic as such cannot be presented to dismiss what the Shruti says. Therefore, only Vashika. Therefore, only here the Shankaracharya says, Dustarkat Suviramyata. And generally, as I said, the logic is presented with an example. The example do not prove the reality. He also can present a logic, the same Drishtanta or another Drishtanta and dismiss. So, therefore, Dustarka do not lead to the discovery of the truth. Therefore, Shruti being a Pramanam, therefore, logic also should be keeping with the Shruti, not outside the Shruti. That is what is all Mananam is about. Because Tarka can cause doubt, can cause samshaya. In order to make the knowledge doubt free, therefore, we also take up Tarka and resolve all the doubts. That is all in keeping with the Shruti. Therefore, yes, Shruti Tarkaha Anusandiyata. May one follow the Tarka which is in keeping with the Shruti and dismiss all the other Tarka. That is why we cannot discuss, argue with the people. We can argue, not that we cannot argue, but if they give, if they are not Astikavadi, they are not Astikavadi, because they don't accept Pramana, Shastram as a Pramana. So therefore it will be useless to discuss, useless to argue, to discuss with them. Not that we can dismiss them, defeat them, but it is useless. It doesn't serve any purpose. For our clarity, for our understanding, need to apply the logic which is in keeping with the Shruti. So that Bhashekara emphasizes that is what is Maranam is all about. So having done Samik Akarnetam Shravanam, then Vicharyatam Shruti Ishya Paksha Samashiyatam Dustarka Viramyatam Shruti Tarkon Sandhiyatam, that is Mananam. The Mananam involves dismissing all the darshana which are against Vedanta and also ascertaining the teaching of the Vedanta. That is what Mananam is. Then what follows next is Vididhyasam, Brahmasmi, Iti Vibhavyatam, that we will see the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣ್ಜಿ